Hey guys, it is that time of the month. It is time to talk about all the books I read in March, and let's just say March was definitely the month of the book slump. I honestly think the book slump got almost all of us this month. I saw Haley Pham say she was in a slump. I had so many of you guys tell me in other videos on my Instagram that you are also in slumps. So I really hate that for us, but I think it was a general consensus that we were all in slumps. So with that being said, let's get into actually the books that I read in the month of March. To give you guys a quick little overview of March in total for me, I read a total of 1,787 pages, which is not very much considering in January I had read almost 4,000 pages, which was a total of 47 hours, a total of 4 books, one of those books being an audiobook. 2 of them I have physical copies, but I did read on my Kindle, and the other one was a paperback. So with that being said, let's get into them. The first book I ended up finishing in March was The Comeback by Lily Chu. This is a book I listened to on Audible. It's an Audible original, so it's on Audible for free, and this is the second in a series. The first one is The Stand-In, and if you guys have seen previous videos of me talking about that book, I absolutely loved it, gave it 5 stars. It's so good, and I absolutely loved this second one just as much. This second one, I just loved our main characters, but I actually really loved our main male character in this book. Something about him and the energy about him and just the way he acted and portrayed himself, like I just loved it so much. I thought the plot line was so good, and I really enjoyed the story we were going on. Again, enjoyed our main character so much. I loved the romance, every single little interaction, every single little glimpse, every little crumb, all of it I was loving so much. I seriously felt the connection between these two characters. I felt the pull between them, and I was so utterly obsessed and in love with them. Like it was so good, and I would highly recommend this book and The Stand-In, which is again the first in the series. They're interconnected standalone, so you don't have to read The Stand-In if you don't want to, but I would highly recommend both of them. They're both so good. One thing that I do love about both of these books is they both have so much more to them than just the romance plotline. There is such great mental health awareness in her books. Also, all 3, I'm listening to the second in this series right now, but all 3 of her main female characters are mixed in some kind of way, and so you get the glimpses into that also, and I just really truly love her writing style and just the way her stories flow and just everything about it. I'm seriously obsessed with. So again, I would highly recommend. I will say I didn't give this one a 5 star. I think I'm gonna stick with a 4.75 out of 5 stars. It was so good, but I do think I loved the couple in The Stand-In just a tiny bit more, which is why I think that one would be a little higher. But again, overall, I don't know how many times I have to say it, I loved it so much, and I would highly recommend. And before we move on to the next book, I just want to talk about Ana Luisa with you guys for a second, okay? When I tell you I have actually been wearing these earrings since the second they got delivered to my door. I'm actually not even kidding. They got here, I tried them on, and I have literally had this pair on every single day since I got them. They are so cute. I'll give you guys a close-up, but the ones I'm currently wearing are little hearts, and they say good karma, and I'm just obsessed. They're so cute. And also, look at this freaking packaging. I love these little cases, these protective cases that they come in. They have little, what is that called? It's like magnetic. It's easy to close and open. I don't know what else to say, but I love this packaging and the cases they come in. And then the other pair of earrings I got are also absolutely stunning. I'm truly so in love with them. The quality of these earrings also are so good, like genuinely. They are such good quality. They are so cute. I am always someone looking for more jewelry. I love jewelry. Like actually, jewelry is one of my favorite things ever. I love layering a ton of necklaces. I love wearing a bunch of rings. I love having my ears loaded up with earrings. So I'm always looking for new jewelry, and I've got to say, like, they are going to be a go-to place for shopping for jewelry for me, because genuinely how much I love these products and how great of quality they are. I literally feel like I could go get in the shower every single day with these on and not be concerned that they are going to ruin, and I absolutely love that. I love feeling confident that my jewelry is nice and it's not going to get ruined. So yeah, with that being said, I have a link down below for you guys to go shop with Ana Luisa. I would highly recommend, seriously. I'm not even kidding when I say I love these. You guys, I feel like if you know me, you know I'm not going to promote something that I don't love, that I don't absolutely really 100% think everyone needs something from. I'm never gonna do that. I genuinely love these pieces. They are so cute. They are literally, I'm actually obsessed. So there's a link down below in my description box. Go click that to shop Ana Luisa. I know you've heard of them before. And if you've been thinking about getting jewelry from them before, now is your sign to go actually full send and do it because they're so nice and I'm obsessed. So with that being said, moving into the next book I read, which was Things We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. This is the second in the Knock 'Em Out trilogy. I started this back in February. I don't remember the exact day, so give me one moment. Okay, I started this February 19th and I read this all the way up until March 13th. I did read this also in a reading blog, so if you've seen that, you kind of know some of my thoughts and feelings about this. I really did thoroughly love this, and I think it is quite a huge shame that I read this while being in a reading slump, because I really genuinely believe that if I had not been in a reading slump when reading this, I probably would have literally binged this, flew through it in like 2-3 days, which is pretty quick for how big this book is, and literally feel like I probably would have given this a 5 stars had I not been in a reading slump. So it's pretty unfortunate because genuinely I loved it so much. I loved our main characters, Nash and Lena. I loved their story. I loved the mental health awareness and just everything about this book. I genuinely was loving every second of it, and I, again, literally blame the reading slump for the fact that it's not rated as highly as I think it would be had I not been in a slump. I love Lucy Score's writing. Her writing is seriously some of my favorite writing. I just love the way she formulates a story and writes her characters. I just think it hits every single time, so I really love this. I ended up giving this a 4 out of 5 stars, which is really great, but again, unfortunate because I genuinely think this would have been a 5 star had I not been in a slump. So that's it for that one. And then next I read Addicted for Now by Krista and Becca Ritchie. This was actually picked for my March TBR by one of you guys, and I actually ended up getting to it surprisingly because I quite literally was in a slump, quite literally for like a whole month. I'm surprised I got through 4 books, honestly, but I loved this. I love Lily and Lo. I love this universe. I love Reich. I love Daisy. I love Rose. I love Connor. I love them all. The found family in these books is absolutely beautiful. I love how I can dive into this series again and just feel like I'm at home and I'm with my best friends again and feel like I'm actually being transported into these pages, into the story with these characters, feel like they're real, feel like they are actually out there in the world somewhere living and dealing with their problems and trying to be better. I just actually cannot get over how much I love this series and these characters, and this is the 3rd in the series for those of you who don't know, so I'm not gonna go into really anything about what the plotline is because that'd be kind of a spoiler, but it was just so nice to get back into the series, and this book truly did get me out of my reading slump. It took me a while to get out of my reading slump, but this book did do it, and I really owe it to this. Like, truly, it got me out of my slump. I loved it so much. It definitely was a very emotional book. There's a lot that happens in this, especially at the end. There was literally a point where I was reading this where I was physically uncomfortable and just like, oh my god, disgusted, just all of the feelings. But I mean, it's necessary for the plot and it's necessary for the story, but it was very hard to sit through and read at some points because it's very emotional and it's very hard, but I absolutely loved it. Like I said, this is not my favorite in the series, but it is still so good. Absolutely loved it. I'm giving this a 4.5 out of 5 stars. Truly loved. If you haven't read this series yet, highly recommend it, and if you have started it but you haven't continued it, literally continue it because it's so good, I promise. And then the last book I read this month was my book club book with my sister Tamiko and my other sister's wife Maria. We have a little book club of us 3, and this month it was Maria's turn to pick, and this cycle, I guess you could say, because it started with her, now we're back on her. This cycle we decided we're gonna spin a wheel and whatever genre lands on is the genre we are forced to pick for our book. We can't just pick any book, it has to be in that genre. And the genre she got was mystery, and the book she picked was Dark Matter by Blake Crouch. Now, going into reading this, I did not read the synopsis. I knew nothing about it, and I honestly feel like that was such a good way to go into it. I was very confused, but in a good way. I was intrigued. The writing style of this was very captivating, and I loved how it kind of felt like the only chunks of time we were missing, for the most part, was when he was sleeping. I really loved how the story just felt like it seamlessly flowed. There's never a dull moment. There's always something happening, and it was a wild ride, and seriously, I was very like invested into the story. It was very captivating, and I really enjoyed my time. Now, with saying that, I finished this yesterday, and I still don't know how I feel because this is such a mind, like quite literally, this is a mind fuck. I literally don't know how I feel, and at this current point in time, I don't have a rating for this. Now, as I figure out a rating later down the line, I will put that on my Goodreads, what I rate this, but at this point in time, I genuinely don't know what to rate it, but I did really enjoy it, and I would recommend this to people, especially if maybe you're a guy and you don't want a romance. I would say this is great, or if you just want kind of a sci-fi slash mystery thriller type vibe, I would definitely say go for this. It was so good, but again, I don't know how to feel. The ending really just, yeah, I don't know how else to explain it. I just don't know how to feel. So yeah, but I did really enjoy it, and I'm very excited to hear their thoughts about this because we have not talked about it just yet. But anyways, yeah, this was a very quick wrap up. I'm sorry about that, but again, I was in a reading slump and I didn't read very many books, only 4, and one of them was an audiobook. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to click the link down below to shop Ana Luisa. Again, so cute. I'm actually obsessed. But with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe if you are not already, because we have a lot of fun over here and we want you to join the fun. And with that being said, I love you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Peace. Wow. I think I actually just talked so fast I'm out of breath. Hey guys. Oh, okay. Oops, that's wrong. To give you there is such great mental health in her books. There is mental health, and I have just literally absolutely, now is your choice. I finished this, nope, because I feel if I feel. And then next we read Addicted for, whoa, this was actually picked for my this was actually picked for my March TBR from, holy crap, 4.5 star out of, what did I just say? This isn't my first mystery. Was it mystery or thriller? Bye.